Hi, welcome back. And you've come for the squeaky squeak. Oh, you've come for the answers to Bob's general knowledge quiz for buffoons. The buffoons, that's you. Bob, that's me. So let's see how you did. I think it's a lot easier this time because I did have complaints on my last general knowledge one that it was just too difficult. So I would expect some high scores here. Okay, so you're marking it yourself. Be honest, no cheating. So round one was marshmallows and mysteries. And we had one, it was what's the correct film title out of Forrest Gump, Wood Grump and Cop's Gimp. And it was Forrest Gump, A Forrest Gump. Question two, you had to complete the following band name, Ian Dury and the. It wasn't Blackheads, it wasn't Big Heads, it was Ian Dury and the Blockheads. So that was A, Blockheads. Hit me with your whiffum stick. Hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me. Oh, let me throw it again. Question three. I think I gave you a clue on question three as well. It probably wasn't right. It was complete the following TV show. It actually wasn't complete. It was what is the correct TV show title? Was it A, Peaky Blinders, B, Unwell Squinters, or C, Vomiting Irises? It was A, Peaky Blinders. Arthur! Question four. From 1964 to 1980, what country was known as Rhodesia? Of course, it was Zimbabwe. Question five. What small edible fish is named after a large, that's a very big, European island? Did you get this one? It's sardine, and the island being Sardinia. Sardine. I would have associated sardine with Portugal, but there you go. Sardine is the answer. Now, question six. I wonder if you got this. I don't think I would have got it personally, and I'm very, very intelligent. Question six. The King of Spades, the King of Diamonds, the King of Clubs all have one. The King of Hearts doesn't. What is it? Get it? It's a moustache. It's a moustache, that's what it is. So if you've put beard, you're wrong. It's a moustache. Question seven. What blockbuster film had the following line in it? I used to hate the weather. I can't imagine why. No, not weather, the water. I used to hate the water, I can't imagine why. Jaws. Question eight. Who was Rodney married to in Only Fools and Horses? It was Cassandra. Cassandra. Cassie. Cass. Question nine. In the Weather Girls song, what time does it start raining then? And it is just about 10:30. Just about 10:30. So you've got 10:30? You've got it. I'm not letting you have anything else. Or just, if you're written just about, you're fine. Then question 10. Muckle John was the last official royal one in England. What was he? He was the fool or the jester. So we've got fool or jester. If you put a stupid word, I don't care. You can't have it. So, top your score up there. Round two then. Round two is called Sexy Times. Who won the first men's FA Cup? Was it A, Wanderers? Was it B, Royal Engineers? Or was it C, Old Etonians? The answer's A, Wanderers. I've recently watched the English game, which is very good, and I'm hoping that a few of you would have thought because of that it was Old Etonians. Ha ha ha, if you did. Question two. Mickey Mouse was the first animated character to talk. His first words in the 1929 cartoon, The Carnival Kid, were either A, hot dog, B, hey Captain, what you doing? Or C, life is just swell. The answer is hot dog. So that's A, hot dog. But I enjoyed making the other ones up, and I think they all sounded quite realistic. Question three. Who wrote the brilliant novel The Godfather? It was Mario Puzo. Mario Puzo. Question four, and this was a point for each of the capital cities you got right. So Turkey's capital city is Ankara. Romania, Bucharest. Vietnam, Hanoi. Eritrea, I didn't know this. Did anyone get this? I bet Bill did. Asmara. That's Asmara. And New Zealand, I don't actually think I would have got New Zealand, which is very poor. It's Wellington. Right, question five. I said Antigua excluded. Name the 8 countries in the world that begin and end with an A, and you get a point for each one you get right. If you've got all 8 right, give yourself a bonus point. So, Albania, Angola, Andorra, Algeria, Armenia, Argentina, Austria. One for Simon and Jules. Australia. Right, question 6. From the start date to the date of the final surrender, how long did World War II last? In years, months, weeks and days to within a month. And if you get this exactly right, you get a bonus 2 points. And the answer is 6 years and 1 day. Who got that? 6 years and 1 day. God, can you imagine that? 6 years and 1 day. Question 7. What is the best-selling flavour of soup in the UK? It's, of course, tomato soup. And I hope you didn't take my stupid suggestion not to go for the obvious, because it is the obvious. Question 8. What's the name of the dog in Enid Blyton's famous 5 series of books? It's Timothy. I think I'd also accept Timmy. I'm sure they call him Timmy at points, but it's Timothy. Question 9. Which album title do Prince, Metallica, Jay-Z and Spinal Tap have in common? It's the Black Album. Right, so top your scores up there, and then we'll go on to part 3, which is the Spot the Difference round. I've noticed actually it isn't called Spot the Difference. I had to call it Spot the Difference, you idiot, which would have been much better. So part 3, Spot the Difference, you idiot round. Question 1. What was the other name for a sea cow? It is, of course, a manatee. A manatee. Question 2. What is the plural of mongoose? I really like this one. I didn't know this. It's mongooses. So the plural of mongoose is mongooses. Has anyone put mongoose? Question 3. Who rode a horse called Black Bess? That was, of course, Dick Turpin. Question 4. Formerly known as brimstone, what do we call it now? We call it sulphur. Question 5. In what film does Michael Caine say, "Not a lot of people know that"? Did you get this? I didn't know this. Educating Rita. I wouldn't have had a clue. Question 6. Multiple choice. Which country holds the record for the most consecutive losses without a single victory in the ICC Cricket World Cup? Was it A, Canada, B, Zimbabwe, or C, Bangladesh? And the answer was Zimbabwe, formerly known as Rhodesia. Now, question 7. Let's see what your maths is like here. And I'm hoping that my family have got this right, otherwise I'm going to question their mathematical ability. If I was your age 10 years ago, no, if I was your age 10 years before you were born, and I'm 50, how old are you? So I'll say it again because I've just confused myself. If I was your age 10 years ago, oh no, I can't, let's just say this again, I can't do the question. If I was your age 10 years before you were born, and I'm 50, how old are you? The answer is 20. Question 8. Which beer is made in Southwold in Suffolk? Oh, imagine being in a pub now drinking a beer with your mates. It is Adnams. I do like Adnams. Oh, I do like an Adnams. Question 9. Which 3 colours make up the Hungarian flag? A red, white and green. Question 10. Falcon, broad, Azuki, winged, green and Urad are all examples of what? They're beans. They are beans. And if you say Aduki and not Azuki, I'm taking this from the official stuff, so don't argue. They're beans. Right, going on to question 11. In the Elton John song, Rocket Man, what, Dave, is the weather like in Mars? It's cold as hell. Question 12. In which 2 films based on Stephen King's novels does Morgan Freeman have a role? And you get a point for each film. The Shawshank Redemption, which I assume most of us got. Dreamcatcher, anyone know that? I didn't. Question 13. Who was the youngest ever leader of the Labour Party elected in 1983? Neil Kinnock, who looked about 70 when he was that young. Question 14. What number was I thinking of? Was it 7 or 8? It was 7. I really hope someone's got that right. So part 4 of the quiz now was urban free running. Right, I gave you some impressions. I'll go through these quickly. You get 2 points for each one. So they were pirate impressions. One was along the lines of, it's not like that, it's like that. Jim Lad, shiver me timbers, not like that. Wait, oh, I nearly fell over. That was, of course, Tommy Cooper. The question 2, Betty, whoopsie garden cat, and all that. Frank Spencer out of Some Others Do Have Them. And then question 3, probably the hardest of the lot, but I'm sure you got it. You gonna give it to me? I'll give it to you. You give it to me. You give it to me. You give it to me. I'll give it to you. It was the Chuckle Brothers. Right, question 4. What's the name of Glasgow's main railway station? Is it A, Prince Street, B, Duke Street, or C, Queen Street? The answer is C, Queen Street. Now, there's no way I would have got question 5. I'm sorry to offend anyone about the Beatles. Yes, I know they're a seminal band. It's just, I guess I'm just too young to appreciate it. But in the Beatles song Penny Lane, who keeps a portrait of the Queen in his pocket? It's the fireman. I wouldn't have thought it'd be very safe in the job, because if it's like glass in it and things and that breaks, he could cut an artery or something. So it's the fireman. Question 6, I had to put a golf question in, for goodness sake. In golf, how many strokes under a par is a birdie? Apparently it's 1, and I just don't care. Question 7, this animal was mentioned in Alice in Wonderland and was last sighted in Mauritius. What is it? It's the dodo. The dodo. Question 8, 3 members of Duran Duran had the same or have the same surname. What is it? The surname is Taylor. So if you put Le Bon, you're an idiot. It's Taylor. Question 9, what type of pastry are profiteroles made of? Choux pastry. C-H-O-U-X. Choux. 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 Question 10 for 2 points. So you get a point apiece. What are the 2 former names of Istanbul? Now, you're bound to have got one, because it goes Istanbul, Constantinople, Istanbul, Constantinople. Do. So Constantinople is one. The other one is Byzantium. That's Byzantium. So you get a point for Constantinople. If you get Byzantium, you also get a point. The last one in this round was question 11. Which 1960s clothing fad was named after a famous 20th century Asian statesman and politician? It was indeed the Nehru jacket. The Nehru jacket with a no collar thing. Brilliant. Well, I hope you're doing well so far. We're going to go on the last round now, part 5. This round was called I'm Mandy, Fly Me. Right. So, it started off pretty easy. Number 1, what was the common name for nitrous oxide? Was that easy? Laughing gas. Question 2, in the film 2001 A Space Odyssey, what was the name of the talking computer? HAL. H-A-L. HAL. Question 3, for a point apiece, we said, are the following fish or fowl? Plymouth Rock. Fowl. Buckeye. Fowl. Californian sheephead. Fish. What? That's my fish. Fish. Ancona. Fowl. Snook or snook. Fish. So there you go. They get a point apiece for each of those. Question 4. Who was knighted aboard his ship, the Golden Hind, in 1581? I hope you all got this. Francis Drake, who then, having been knighted, became Sir Francis Drake. Question 5. Who won the first Men's Rugby Union World Cup in 1987? It was New Zealand! New Zealand. Now, question 6. Which dog was awarded the silver medal of the National Canine Defence League, starred in a film with Eric Sykes and June Whitfield, appeared on both Blue Peter and Magpie, and has a plaque to him in Upper Norwood. Upper Norwood. That's Pickles. I had to somehow get Pickles into this quiz again. That's Pickles the dog. Pickles the dog, who of course found the stolen World Cup before the 1966 World Cup finals began. And the reason there's a plaque to him in Upper Norwood is that's where he found it. So, Pickles the dog. Question 7. How many times a day does the average newborn baby do poopies? Was it A, 1 to 2, B, 3 to 4, or C, 5 to 10? And it's C, 5 to 10. Apparently they do on average between 5 and 6 a day. I don't remember ours doing those. Will, Daisy, do you remember doing that many? Anyway, it's incredible. Blimey. Ooh. Question 8. Which Marvel superhero's real name is Steve Rogers? It's not Wonder Woman, it's Captain America. Question 9. I would think most foodies would get this. What does the Scoville scale measure? It measures a chili pepper's pungency and heat. Question 10. Which Carry On film was set in India? It was, of course, the wonderful Carry On Up the Khyber. Question 11. In Cockney rhyming slang, how much is a pony? How much is it, John? That's right. It's 25 quid, isn't it? Question 12. Easy peasy. In which country is Rioja wine produced? It's Spain. España. Question 13. Easy if you watch Disney films, I guess. Which US state, the Disney film Lilo and Stitch... hold on. Which US state is Disney film Lilo and Stitch based in? Look, I'm really running out of steam here. I've been working all day. It's Hawaii. Hawaii. Question 14. What nationality is my lookalike Justin Bieber? He's from Canada. He's Canadian. Canada. Question 15. Which UK city is situated further west, Bristol or Edinburgh? You knew it. It's only on Edinburgh, isn't it? It's Edinburgh. Edinburgh is more west than Bristol. Jeez. Then finally, question 16. Who wrote the song Flumpy, Flumpy, hot potato, I like your arms. Flumpy, Flumpy, hot potato, I like your arms. It was, of course, me, Bob. And you get a point for that. I'd be interested to know if you had any other answers there. I wrote that just now in my head. That's how talented I am. So that's the end of the quiz. Total your answers up. Then what I'd like you to do, if you're doing this sort of live on the night of the quiz when we launch it, can you put your score, please, either on the Facebook event page for this, or on the WhatsApp group, or you can put it in the comment section on YouTube. And what I'll do, because there might be some latecomers to this, I will post the results sometime tomorrow on the Wednesday. Anyway, good luck. I hope you enjoyed that. It was a lot easier this time. There will be a music quiz coming up again soon. Well, I prefer doing the music ones, but hey, there you go. Good to see you. Stay safe, stay well. This is lockdown fun for you buffoons from me, Mr. Cleverman.